This segment is brought to you courtesy of Caribbean American Weekly, a newspaper owned and operated by Caribbean Americans. Read the latest edition at www.cawnyc.com. That's www.cawnyc.com. To like us on Facebook, to advertise or to subscribe, visit us at www.cawnyc.com. That's www.cawnyc.com. To advertise with the Caribbean American Weekly publication for freelance assignments to distribute at your business place, visit us at www.cawnyc.com. That's www.cawnyc.com. Or to meet a marketing representative at our office, call 718-771-0988. That's 718-771-0988. A very warm welcome to everyone. We are joined by Mr. Gladstone Johnson, who is the Executive Director of the Bronx Neighborhood Housing Services, BNHS. Mr. Johnson, thank you so much for joining us today. The Home Ownership Resource Fair was organized on Saturday, July the 26th, and it was an exciting and impactful event, bringing together key players in housing, finance, and community development. We are eager to hear your reflections on the day and what it means for Bronx families and future homeowners. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here with you again.
We are very excited to have you back. So I was there at the event. It was a great event.
Yes.
What were the main goals BNHS hoped to accomplish, and how do you feel those goals were met?
Well, before I answer that question, I'll just say kudos to my staff. My outreach coordinator, his name is Christian Campana. Mm-hmm. He was primarily responsible for coordinating and putting this together. He did an outstanding job, and all the team members came together to make it happen. So I want to give a big shout out to Christian and all the members of my staff who pulled this thing together.
Yeah, I remember seeing everybody with their T-shirts, all around. So yes, so congratulations to him and to your staff. Very well done.
And so now the question, looking back at the fair, what are the main goals we tried to accomplish? The main goals for us is to get the word out. Our constituency that we serve, low and moderate income, they can be very skeptical. They hear of a $40,000 grant or a $100,000 grant, and most of them will probably say it's too good to be true, or they will run in and say, give me the grant. and those are both wrong. The truth is in the middle.
Okay.
It is true, but it's not that you're just going to walk in and we're going to hand you the grant. It is a process. It's a tedious process, because our main mission at Bronx NHS is educating our people how to prepare to become a homeowner, understanding that the minute you make the decision that I want to purchase a home, you're going into business, learning how to run the business of managing a home from the beginning, the process of pre-qualifying, until the end of it, where it's to make sure that you have done your estate planning so that the house is positioned to be handed over to the next generation without having to go through probate and all the other things that could come along to hinder the process of keeping the home in the family.
Excellent. So, as I mentioned, I know it was a great turnout. Were there any surprising moments or standout stories from attendees or partners that made a strong impression on you?
One of the standout for me was a young man who recently got a $100,000 grant, and I was talking to him a little bit, and he said to me, Mr. Johnson, after I closed on my house, I kept feeling a fear that they're going to call me and tell me it was a mistake. I need to give back that $100,000.
Oh.
And that one will stick with me. And I assured him that that call was not going to come. As long as he plans to stay in that house for the next 10 years, 10 to 15 years, because it's actually, we call it a forgivable loan, meaning that if you stay in the house for 15 years, it's forgivable. If you sell the house before the 15 years, you might be required to pay back a percentage of that money. And it'll come from the equity, so it's not like they're going into their pockets. Yes.
So you mentioned that grant. Can we talk about that a little bit, just to share some information?
Right. So it's a grant that is offered by HPD. And of course, to qualify for it, number one, you have had to have gone through the orientation class to understand what it means to become a homeowner. You also would have had to take a 6-hour class, which we offer there at Bronx NHS. And once you have taken those classes, then you have gone through the orientation with a HUD certified housing counselor, and that's all done. And you've gone now to your real estate agent and found the house. We've taken your package to the lender and you received a pre-qualification. Then the next step would be to make a down payment on the property that you'd like to purchase. So once it's in contract, then we are then allowed to request that grant from HPD on your behalf.
So is there a certain percentage you have to put down regarding the down payment?
Yes, the down payment is about 3%.
It's 3% minimum?
Yes, minimum 3%,
right.
Yes.
So going back to the event, it emphasized home retention, foreclosure prevention, and grants, which we just discussed. Can you share how BNHS is helping families who are on the brink of losing their homes?
Yes. So as a HUD certified housing counselor, there is an arrangement made between HUD and the financial institutions that when organizations such as Bronx Neighborhood Housing Services contact them on behalf of a homeowner that is in difficulty keeping up with their mortgage, number one, they have to speak to us.
Okay.
And by opening that conversation, if there's any way possible to modify the loan, do a modification or the forbearance. There are many things that could happen depending on the situation the person is in. Then that bank will work with us on behalf of the client to do what it takes not to have to foreclose on the house. And so we have a very good track record. The banks, they work with us. The challenge we have is that most of the people, they come in to see us too late because if, in fact, the foreclosure proceedings is initiated, then it's a legal matter now, and we are not able to advocate for them. They have to see a lawyer. But as long as they come to see us before it enters into the foreclosures filed in the courts, then we are able to negotiate a settlement for them to be able to keep their house, continue the payments, or get some help, whatever. We have many resources out there that we could potentially direct them to get help.
Excellent.
So my point here is, if you foresee that you're within the next month, 2 months, 3 months, you're going to be having difficulty making those payments, that's the best time to come in and talk to us so we can map out a plan for you.
Sort of the prevention before. Okay, great.
Prevention is better than cure.
All right. So BNHS brought together a diverse group of partners from mortgage lenders and insurance companies to city agencies. How do you see this how do you see these collaborations advancing long-term housing stability in the Bronx?
Definitely, it is and will continue to do so. The resources are there. However, they're scattered all over the place. So our objective is to allow all of these stakeholders to come together under one tent, if you will, from time to time, so that the people can come and see that, yes, there's someone here from HPD that can talk to me about the violations I'm having on my house. There's someone here, even our elected officials, because most of them were there, and they're here and they can answer questions about legislation or what they're going to do to make it easier for us to get more money into the pipeline to help, especially in the community we serve. The housing stock is very old. And so you have, and most of our homeowners there, they've owned their homes for many years. So we have, for example, seniors who are now entering into paying Social Security, but they still have a pretty high mortgage. And they cannot afford that mortgage just on their Social Security. So those are all issues that we need to address up front to bring them in early and says, you're going to, how long before you retire? You're going to retire in 4 years? We need to help you to put together a plan, because in 4 years, your income is going to cut drastically. How are you going to afford that mortgage? Should you be downsizing? Can we put together a plan for you to make sure, you have you have a 3-family house, but the tenants in the 2-4, they're not paying? We can help you manage that and turn that situation around. So this collaboration, we had some estimates, it was up to about 1,000 people there. And so we're able to get that information out, to get the people to come in and sit with us before it's too late and plan for their future. Yes.
Okay. So you offered help with home repairs and promoted clean energy and healthy homes. What steps can residents take now, especially in underserved communities, to access those programs?
The first step is to make that phone call. And I'm going to give you a direct line that you can call me directly, and then I can point you to my staff member that can help you. The direct line is 914-275-3961. Whether it's an issue to do with needing repairs. And here's one thing I want to share with you is that sometimes we might not have that grant to give you to do the repairs. You might have to take out a HELOC loan, a home equity loan but we have relationships with banks that have really good rates for that. But the other thing is that I think is even more important is that we're not going to let you go out there to the wolves, if you will. We have licensed contractors that we have vetted. And so we'll give you a list of 3 or 4 of them that you can choose from, that which one of those contractors that you'd like to help to do the job for you. And then we can hold them accountable because we work with them on an ongoing basis.
Okay. So networking was a big theme of the fair. How important is peer-to-peer learning in the home ownership journey? And how does BNHS help foster that beyond the event?
Very good question. The testimonial, there's no better testimony than from someone who has received the service and is satisfied. So we push that a lot. Whenever we do a closing, we allow that person to sit and share a video clip with us, for example, and for social media, and also to have in our archives, so that when others come in seeking the services and they're skeptical, I can flip up a video clip and show. I can make a phone call and they can talk directly to someone. But the thing is getting them to understand, look, man, Nobody's just going to take up $100,000 and just hand it to you like that. So you have to be patient. It's a process. It's a process. And you might be in the pipeline for 6 months to 8 months before you reach that goal of getting that grant. So those who are patient, they're the ones who get it.
Okay, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
At the end of the rainbow, there you go.
So, Mr. Johnson, what's next for BNHS? Are there upcoming initiatives or programs our audience should watch out for in the remainder of 2025?
Great. Watch out, number one, for our 8-hour training that's coming up on August 23rd. That's in person at our address at 1451 East Gun Hill Road. Again, call 914-275-3961. That's 914-275-3961. And I'll be able to give you more information and get you enrolled in that class. Then our next orientation will be on September 2nd. And that's normally at 6 p.m. in the evening, and that one is virtual. So you can again call me at 914-275-3961, and I'll be happy to get you connected to that. Or you can go to our website, bronxnhs.org. That's bronxnhs.org. And of course, we're excited to inform you that our annual Community Engagement Gala, Community Impact Award, that's it. Community Impact Award Gala will be on October 17th. So we invite you to check that out. All this information is on our website, or you can call me at 914-275-3961, and I'll be happy to give you more information.
Can you repeat the website again, please?
It's bronxnhs.org.
So thank you so much, Mr. Johnson, for sharing your insights and leadership. The impact of the Homeownership Resource Fair is clearly far-reaching, and your commitment to empowering Bronx residents is inspiring. We look forward to seeing what BNHS does next to ensure every family has the tools and support to own and keep their home, because after all, that's the American dream, right?
Absolutely. And thank you for allowing us to come and share our story with you. Thank you for the audience for listening today.
You are so very welcome. This segment was brought to you courtesy of Caribbean American Weekly, a newspaper owned and operated by Caribbean Americans. Read the latest edition at www.cawnyc.com. That's www.cawnyc.com. To like us on Facebook, to advertise, or to subscribe, visit us at www.cawnyc.com. That's www.cawnyc.com. To advertise with the Caribbean American Weekly publication for freelance assignments to distribute at your business place, visit us at www.cawnyc.com. That's www.cawnyc.com. Or to meet a marketing representative at our office, call 718-771-0988. That's 718-771-0988.